Hello and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Rebirth! On the last run we had a quite amazing run. I forget which character we were playing as. It may have been Magdalene. And we did boss rush mode and we had an amazingly powerful, interesting, fun run that had its ups and downs, but eventually we made it work. And on this run, I think I don't really have an idea of which character to play as, so let's just kind of do a random run. We have a lot of things to do, though, so I'm not going to play Isaac. I need to do things with other characters. Let's try it again. No, not continue. You know, Judas Cain, even Azazel. We need to you know, do boss rushes, do cathedrals, do chest runs. And Lazarus, we have a lot of options available to us. We can either do the chest, we can do the dark room, we can do boss rush, so I'm happy playing as Azazel. Not Azazel, Lazarus. So Lazarus starts with 3 HP, 1 extra life, which I'm not entirely sure how it works. I think that you just gain more stats, like damage and I think luck, I've heard, is a stat that you gain when you use your Lazarus 1-up life. But I usually tend not to play specifically trying to lose this first life. I kind of like just having this as a backup. But maybe that'll change, though. If we get an option to make deals with the devil, then that would be an absolutely worthwhile cause to use the HP upgrade. That is, or to use the 1-up. That is for dang sure. Try to get one of these leapers over here and blow that up. Perfect. I will open it. Alright, probably wasn't worthwhile, but maybe it is just because we can get the key out of it. So, at the very least, paid for itself. These flies are quite annoying, but we managed to do it. And I will trade a bomb for, I'll trade a bomb for a key, but we'll wait for after the boss fight. I still have a few things left to do on this floor. I'd like to look for maybe a curse room. Maybe get the pact or the mark, or maybe even work our way towards a becoming guppy. Now we will be able to get a cube of meat or bandage girl bandage ball, or ball of bandages, from fighting famine here. And I would like to at some point get the meat cube and bandage girl, or meat boy and bandage girl achievements, because those are one of the most difficult achievements to get, or two of the most difficult achievements to get. But the likelihood of you getting it without a Book of Revelations is almost zero. So, getting a cube of meat is good, but unless we get something else out of that, like a Book of Revelations from a library or something, then it's kind of not really that useful. Just one meat cube. Although I could just use it as a damage-dealing orbital, which I should probably get more comfortable with doing. And indeed, there is no library on the first floor. If you get a library on the first floor, though, you're basically going to try to go for the bandage achievements. Or for the meat achievements. There's really no reason why you shouldn't, because that is the ideal situation. You get a Book of Revelations on the first floor, you can almost guarantee yourself one or the other. Now, Infamy is a pretty good pickup. It should help us stay a little bit healthy and prevent taking red heart damage on the next floor. We won't be able to get an extra key, but I think that is a worthwhile trade. So let's go down to the next floor. We still need to do boss rush, though, so I would like to try to be as quick as possible on this Lazarus run, but it is going to be tricky, and I shouldn't be doing this because I want to deal with the devil. I want the early deal with the devil, so just using the orbital meat cube here to do damage is kind of dumb, so let's not do that if we can help it. The key is good, though. We should be able to get a into the shop on this floor, but without 15 cents, you're not likely going to be getting anything good out of it. So I'd like to get 12 more cents before we go to the shop, but if we get additional keys, or even just 7 cents, I might do it. Ace of Spades is an excellent trinket. I like it a lot, we should be able to get a lot more tarot cards from basically everything, from chests, from I think from tinted rocks you can get more payouts of tarot cards. It's a really good trinket. I like it. And the tarot cards are really good usually, and also really easy to identify because they all have consistent effects. You're never going to have, you know, a question mark unidentified tarot card like you have with pills. So if in general I would like to get tarot cards as opposed to pills, unless I know what the pills are in the rotation are. Now flush is a kind of an awful item. However, if we do get petrified poop, this is an excellent item, and if we run into large rooms, this is an excellent item as well, because we will be able to hopefully just eliminate a whole lot of really annoying enemies right off the bat. So like if we have a room that has a whole bunch of spiders or a whole bunch of flies, we could just use flush and get rid of them all in one fell swoop. And I don't think I've actually had this item yet, so picking it up at least means that we have added it to our collection. Now 2 Monstro 2s is honestly an okay get. There's many more difficult bosses that you could be fighting at this point. You know, even Larry Jr. is probably a little bit more difficult because he is kind of difficult to hit. You have a lot of rocks or poop in the way usually when you fight him, and his movements are kind of random. They're not easy to predict. Monstro though. Monstro is incredibly predictable. The only thing you have to worry about is the shots kind of being somewhat random when they spew out from him, but it's pretty easy to avoid those. Range upgrade is not very worthwhile, and Guppy's Hairball is kind of worthwhile. I mean, I'll pick it up just so that we have the Deal with the Devil chance. I would like to make deals with the devil and trade this health away as soon as I can. We'll probably flush Envy, actually. I don't think we can do it now, but I'll try to do it when there's a lot of Envy pieces on the screen. I don't think you could do it to mini-boss, but maybe you can do it to smaller mini-boss pieces. So I will try to... That was dumb, but I also don't really care because I would like to visit the boss challenge room. So let's split this guy up, split him up 2 more times, and then I'll use the flush. Even if it doesn't actually turn him into poop, it might do damage to them, but it did literally nothing, so that was completely worthless. But you would never know unless you tried, so now we know you can't use flush against mini-bosses. And I assume you can't use them against bosses either. Range down? Well, we know now that our pill rotation is garbage. But hey, Guppy's head makes me feel a lot better about taking Guppy's hairball, because now we are 2/3 of the way to becoming Guppy, and Guppy's head is significantly better than flush by far, I would consider. Now, I'd like to try to get the meat in to do damage against Monstro. Took a little bit of damage, but we should be fine. Especially with that HP. And we should be able to get a soul heart out of this fight, which should hopefully mean that we will have a good chance of getting a deal with the devil on the next floor, if random chance dictates that we should earn one. I'm trying to be careful in getting the Guppy's hairball, the meat in there to do damage. There we go. That was pretty good. Picked up another bomb, picked up another key. Don't have enough money to make anything worthwhile on this floor, and there are questionable locations for the secret room, so we're just going to leave. Should have picked up that health. 8 minutes in is a pretty slow run, all things considered. Curse of Darkness is annoying. So I'm not entirely sure we'll be able to get a deal with the devil. Not deal with the devil. I hope we can get a deal with the devil. I don't think we'll be able to get boss rush because we just don't have the quality of items you would expect to make boss rush a reality. Hopefully, though, we'll be able to get a deal with the devil and trade away these hearts and this life for some good stuff. I will blow up the mushrooms. You never know. You might get magic mushroom, which would be absolutely phenomenal. But you also might just get some really good pills. Trying to get the Guppy's hairball in there to do some damage. It does a lot of damage. The only problem with it is that it really is just difficult to hit with. And also that was really dumb damage on my part, but there wasn't really much I could do to prevent it. The Guppy's hairball... The Guppy's hairball explodes shots when they hit it, and if the shot explodes, then it will do damage to you, just as it did there. Now we did take red heart damage, which is disappointing, but you know, you're not expected to get a deal with the devil 100% of the time on the after you take one on the second floor, so I'm not entirely worried about this. I think we'll be fine. As long as we survive, I'll be happy about it. I'd like to get a damage upgrade though, because if we get a damage upgrade, we'll be able to take out these rooms significantly faster than we are right now, because we're a bit slow, you know. Polycephalus is quite annoying when you don't have a lot of damage. And that's really the worst part about starting as Lazarus, is just the starting damage. It's quite low. And again, I think he does start with a luck downgrade or something similar to that effect. And ooh, infamy protected me from taking damage there. If only it worked against explosions, we may have been able to get a deal with the devil, but that is not the case. And at 10 minutes in, I foresee no way that we could possibly try to get a boss rush on this run. Gotta be careful, get out of there, because these guys are a pain in the ass. This is getting a little bit tricky. We're gonna take damage. Okay, we did not take damage. This is awful. Okay, there's the damage. We might just die here because this... You know what? Okay. That should get us a little bit of... Oh, yep, there goes the Lazarus life already. Wow, this room is... This is a rough deal to get on the second floor. This is catacombs. Yeah, these guys are a pain, and Sissy Longlegs, she loves you. I'll just say I'm not very happy about getting that as our item because it's not a very good item. It's going to spit out random... That's so bad. It's going to spit out random spiders, but the spiders themselves are few and far in between. You know, we're not going to get very many of them. There's a lot of better spider producing items out there. Box of spiders is better, but it's also something that we probably wouldn't be able to use because I would like to stick with the Guppy's head. Being able to use it on every room is a pretty good deal. And I do feel like our damage is slightly higher, but I can't really be sure of that because I have nothing really to base that on. And we could just leave this floor. And actually, with those turrets there, I am going to leave this floor because I do not trust myself to not take damage against them. So we're gonna leave. This is a really disappointing floor, absolutely terrible, and I don't have a lot of belief that we'll be able to make a good run happen here because one hit and we're dead. Joker. Well, we're gonna hold on to it. There's no point really in taking it. It's a sad situation because if we had just kept that extra life, that Judas life, we could have gone to the deal with the devil and taken any item. But now we actually have to wait. We have to see if we get a 1-up, a extra heart container, a spirit heart would be enough. Then we could take the Joker card and see what we get. And take any deal. This room is a pain, but we did manage to get 1 kill. Okay, one more hit and this guy should be dead. Now we can't go, and I am going to break these fires because I need the health. There's a pretty good chance of getting a heart out of these, so I would love to get one. I would like to go to the curse room, but there's no way we can do that right now. We're going to have to wait for some time until we can safely go in there. We're going to need flying. We're going to need a extra health, some spirit hearts, a teleportation card or something. I am going to go to this room. These rooms are not bad. They're not as terrible as people make them out to be. You can kind of just hang out against a wall. That was a absolutely dumb dodge, but we managed to not get hit, surprisingly. Okay, we should be able to come out of this room alive. These guys are not that difficult, really. You just gotta not get too close to them, and they literally can't hit you. I am so surprised we have not gotten any HP yet. No tinted rocks, either. Excluding the first floor, I don't think I've ever actually seen a tinted rock on this run yet. I will use a bomb here to get a heart because I don't want to die. We will die in 1 hit. And I think that is a worthwhile trade at this point. Or I could have just waited a second and picked up a full health pill, but how was I supposed to know that? Get rid of this poop so that I can shoot Larry Jr. here. That's why I don't like Larry Jr. He's very unpredictable. The only thing predictable about him is the poop. I would like to open that chest, but we might have to wait. Ares ramming speed is an awful item, I think. You deal damage when you run into enemies, which would be good if we had something that gave us invincibility, but we have nothing of that sort. I'm liking the flies, though. The flies are really kind of what's keeping me alive, because they're allowing me to do damage to and kill a lot of the enemies when we walk into a room. And in this room in particular, they killed all those enemy flies, which is kind of why I'm alive. And this guy is fast, which is annoying, but finally managed to take him out. And finally, we get a heart container. Holy crap. Now, this is an interesting situation. We have the option, I think, of... yeah, we have the option of visiting one of those locked rooms, which might be a library. In fact, it's probably a library, and if that's the case, then we might be able to pick up a Book of Revelations, which would be good for a health perspective, but also might guarantee us a cube of meat on this floor. And if we can get a cube of meat on this floor, we might be able to get cubes of meat on subsequent floors and pick up a Super Meat Boy. So I'm going to go into this key room. Now this is the shop. I will buy a 7-cent item. Piggy bank. That's actually pretty good. We can play the blood bank and get a lot of plays out of that. Oh no, that's not a library. That's a double bomb room. So we can't get a Book of Revelations on this floor unless there just happens to be one somewhere else, but that's probably not going to be the case. But picking up the piggy bank is a really good pickup in and of itself. So I'm almost never going to not pick up the piggy bank. It's a really great item. You get a lot of extra money just from the fact that you've picked it up. Because every time you take damage, you spit out pennies. And especially when you're doing something like playing a blood bank, that can really end up being a lot of extra money in your run. So it also gives you 3 cents when you pick it up. So it effectively only cost me 4 cents because it was on sale. So how can you not say that that was a good deal? You can't. It was a good deal. Even if it wasn't on sale, would have tried to pick it up probably. Okay. Try to get cube of meat to do some extra damage there. It's hard to really predict where the hitbox on Gertie begins or ends, but we managed to do it without taking damage. Gotta deal with the devil, finally! And we have some items here. We're gonna take these. The question is which ones. Let's take the one on the left. Ceremonial robes, that's fantastic. We'll take the one on the right. Dead cat, 9 lives. We're Guppy. We'll take the one in the middle. Razor blade, not very good, but how are we supposed to know that? And we are Guppy now. Our damage is much, much, much better than it was a minute ago. And we still have the Joker card. So this is fantastic. We're doing a good amount of damage now. Hierophant I'll just use because that's an amazing card. And yeah, I feel much better about this run already. We're going to go to the curse room, see what we can pick up there. I'd like to get some marker pact action going on here. Nope, just some spiders, that's okay. And with Guppy's head... and us being Guppy, we're going to be producing a lot of flies, and the flies are going to be doing a tremendous amount of damage. Alright, this is good. I am going to open this. 14 cents gives us almost enough money to buy that 15-cent item from the shop, and I'd like to do that. There we go. Now we have enough money to buy the item. We can come back here later if we want, but I want to see what that item is. There's a lot of good items in the shop, you know. If it's a broken stopwatch, tarot deck, little baggie, maybe yeah, let's buy it. Let's risk it. The worst case scenario is that our Joker card becomes a pill. Everything else I'd probably be fine with. Blue map. Okay, that's pretty good. We're going to be able to find all of the secret rooms now, so we're going to bomb our way into this one. And pick up 6 more cents. That's not bad. We don't have any more keys or bombs though, so I can't visit the double bomb room, which is a now that I think about it, I think it can only be a bedroom. So there's not really any purpose in going there because the only thing you can do in a bedroom is heal or bomb the carpet, and we don't have any bombs. So, well, there go the flies. They're not going to survive this encounter because they like killing themselves on these masks. I will go to the curse room, why not? There's no reason not to. I mean, I guess there are reasons not to, but in our case, we would just have to come back here later and go there. You know, so maybe that's the better option. Because if we get a teleporting card, we can use that to leave the room instead of taking damage when we walk out. So I'll wait, I'll do the min-maxy thing, and we'll come back later. And there's the boss room. We'll be able to find out if we can actually use this Joker card. Trying to get in there and do damage with the meat cube. Oh, that was dumb of me. That was the only explanation, is that I was just being dumb. I knew he was going to fire. I'll take experimental treatment. I like experimental treatment just for the random changes in your run that it can give you. And we don't break the poop. Not yet, anyways. Actually, break the poop. I'd like to be able to play the blood bank a little bit. Get some extra money out of it. So at the very least, experimental treatment gave us a 1-up, and it did give us random other attribute changes. So maybe a speed upgrade, maybe a range upgrade, maybe a damage upgrade, maybe a shot speed upgrade, maybe a tears upgrade. Could have been anything, but hopefully it was good. And again, it did give us a HP upgrade, so I can't feel too bad about that. Get these masks to ram themselves, and they are easy to take out one at a time. I'll visit. Oh, it's not good. Fool. Vision. I'll use Vision. I'll take the Fool, go to the curse room, and then we'll continue on with this floor. I was hoping it wouldn't have been a library. It was a possibility, but I was betting on it actually containing keys. Then I could buy a key and maybe buy an item from it, but that was not the case. Pick up the telepathy for dummies so that it doesn't show up again later. I'm not sure if that's still something you need to do. I know it is something you needed to do in Wrath of the Lamb, but I haven't really discovered if that's required in Rebirth. But I'm just going to do it anyways, just because old habits die hard, I guess. Magician is a bad card. We do have 15 cents, and we do have a key, so we could visit either the item room or the shop. Another health upgrade is nice because we can play more on the blood bank. So I think health downgrade, interesting. I think I will visit the shop because we should hopefully be able to buy a key and buy an item if we play the blood bank a few times. And you know what? Fighting Greed is awesome as well because we're going to have more than enough money to buy several things from the shop. Careful around the fires. These guys are significantly easier than they were earlier in this run, because now we actually have damage. And thanks to the Tears upgrades, we don't really need to worry about letting the flies do all the work, you know? We can actually contribute to the combat now. Take out the zombie man, and we picked up another key, so now we don't need to buy a key from the shop, but I might still do that anyways, just to ensure that we have enough money, or enough keys on the next floor. Now, remote detonator is kind of a not good item, but it is good in that we get some extra bombs out of it. So I will pick it up so that we have enough bombs to use on subsequent floors to find secret rooms. Extra spirit heart from the fire is good. And I will buy the key. And I'll buy the heart, actually, because we can get at least 2 cents out of it just by playing Judgment here. Actually, we got exactly 3 cents out of it, so it paid for itself and gave us a chance to get a payout, which we did not get, but that's okay. And for a similar reason, I decided to open the chest. I thought to myself, hey, what could we get out of it? Well, even if we get red hearts out of it, we can still play the... let me leave and come back to get rid of the pedestal. We can still play to get money out of it, and we might be able to get a pretty good item out of it. So I took the risk, and I think it worked out because we picked up a spirit heart as well as a red heart, and we can come back around here and play Demon Judgment a little bit more. Well, we picked up a bad trinket. We could actually just continue to play him. We have Celtic Cross. Eventually we will get invincibility frames. Explosive diarrhea is not the best. Did we get to deal with the devil on this floor? I cannot remember. I am, you know, wasting the spirit hearts of ours just because I do want to... Lemon Party. That looks interesting, actually. I do want to be able to pick up an item from Judgment here. So let's keep playing him. I will play you until you pay out. There we go. That's not the payout I was looking for, but we'll see what kind of pills we get. Explosive diarrhea, health down, I found pills, and range down. Absolutely not worthwhile, but at least we got that coin purse out of the rotation for our items now. So there is a positive side on anything. I will blow up some of these skulls. I'll blow up 2 of them. Hey! Dry Baby's a good pickup. I feel good about that. I would Did we get a deal with the devil on this floor? I can't remember, so I'm not going to use the Joker. I feel really bad that I can't remember that, because you'd think that would be something you would remember. But we can always just use the Joker card on this floor or the next floor. You know, we don't need to use it on literally every floor. We just need to use it on floors in which we would not get a deal with the devil otherwise. And as long as we do that, then it's worthwhile. So we are going to go to the boss challenge room here. Pick up 6 cents and a card. I don't think the card was in the chest. I think that was because of Ace of Spades. And the Fool card is a good card. We will be able to use that to get out of a curse room for free. Dry baby, thank you. We're not... Infamy, thank you. We're not gonna get anything like boss rush. We didn't start out strong enough, early enough, that I felt comfortable going to the boss rush. But that's okay, we can always do it on another run. Now that is Cursed Eye, which I'm pretty sure I've had before, so I'm not going to take it. Cursed Eye is in my opinion, a bad item. Maybe I'll take it though because it's an interesting item. You shoot multiple shots at once, but if you get hit while you're using the Cursed Eye charge, you will teleport randomly. So if you have a lot of damage, it's okay because it allows you to put out your damage a little bit more quickly and in precise shots. But if you don't do a lot of damage, then it can absolutely ruin you by forcing you to teleport when you are about to kill a boss, for instance. Now we have a 2 of Diamonds card, so we pop that and get up to 60 cents. We're going to be visiting every single shop we can go to. And, you know, I'm not going to say that was all because of the piggy bank item that we picked up on the 2nd floor or 3rd floor, I think it was. But it definitely helped. You know, we picked up a good 15-20 cents just because of that one item, I'm pretty sure, so... Flies being dumb, killing themselves on the masks. There we go. We've seen this pill before, it is health down, which actually could be a health upgrade pill if we get a deal with the devil. So I might want, and we will get a deal with the devil because we have the Joker card. So even if we don't earn one, we will still get one. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up the health down pill, and if we do get a deal with the devil, we can take almost literally everything that he could possibly offer us, because we can exchange our health away, then use the health down pill to gain more health, and as a result of gaining health, take another deal. Now, I really wasn't looking forward to fighting Greed in the shop, but could have been worse. I don't know how it could have been worse because we really don't need the money at all. Kind of just wanted to buy an item, but we also have to donate. This is the depths too, actually. So this is the end of the run. Maggie's Faith is a pretty good item, but I think it's too late. We would only get like 3 HP upgrades from that, which isn't a lot, especially when you consider that we're kind of going for deals with the devil now. Now I could pop the Joker now, then take the health down pill, then maybe use that to kind of gain more health to get another deal with the devil later. But I don't know. Gotta think about that. I was kind of hoping that would just be another deal with the devil. Tarot card, a Joker, as they are called. We've been to the item room. I'll use the 2 of Diamonds before we leave, but there's no reason to use it now. We might get a key drop, or we might spend a key. Well, we got a key drop, so it's... Yeah, we'll use 2 of Spades. We have 4 keys. That's a magic number. Hey! That's pretty good. That's an HP upgrade. I'll come back up here and play this once. And then we'll pick up the blood bag and get back up to full health. Then we'll play the blood bank a little bit more. So now I don't feel too bad about kind of leaving that health up pill behind, because we've got a lot more health right now. There's the IV bag. So we have a lot of money. It's a shame that we can't donate. I guess that's one other reason why the greed fight was not very worthwhile for us because we cannot go to the normal shop and donate. So I'll blow up some skulls. You never know what you get out of it. Nah, nothing worthwhile there. Nothing worthwhile here. I can blow up 2 skulls for 1 bomb. Get out of there. And I think there were skulls up here. Yeah, so let's blow them up. I'm looking for another Joker card, ideally. But barring that, you know, Hierophant would be pretty good. A Black Heart. Yeah, this floor is done, unfortunately. Not much more we can get out of it, so... Mom fight. Red Mom is annoying Mom, in my opinion. I don't know how it didn't take damage there. That was a really bad dodge. So we don't get to deal with the devil on this floor, actually. Lazarus, we can go either to the dark room or to the chest. I think we can go to the dark room, though. I think we have a strong enough run. So let's take it, use the Joker card. Ghost Baby! I don't think we're going to trade our health away for Ghost Baby. So let's leave. And really the only reason why I think we can do the dark room is because we have Guppy. So we have enough damage, I think, that we can make it work. I'll use the Empress on the boss fight, and actually, no. I'll take the health down pill with me, because if we do fight a boss and then get a deal with the devil, never mind. I could take a deal, then use the health down pill. But we're not. We're just gonna pick up Head of Krampus. So Head of Krampus or Guppy's Head. I think Head of Krampus, actually. Being able to basically eliminate any boss with 1 shot is really fantastic. And we have enough flies. We're producing a lot more flies than the head could ever produce. So I think we're fine just taking the Head of Krampus. And I will come in here. Wasn't worth it, but it could have been. I guess we can still get items like Guppy's Paw, Guppy's Collar. What else can we pick up? I think we can get the mark from Curse Rooms, so you know, that's always a possibility. Actually, you can get a lot of items, because there could just be a pedestal in there that has a bunch of items on it, so absolutely it's still worthwhile going if you can spare 1 heart. And we could spare a heart to see what was in there, even if we didn't get anything out of it. No Tinted Rocks, and I'm not going to play him forever. I could, though, and if we were, you know, min-maxing, that would be the way to go, but he takes forever to play. Like, he takes a really long time to play. If there was a slot machine, you know, I'd feel better about playing that because you played a lot quicker. But that guy, he takes forever. There's another Tinted Rock, that's nice. I guess we'll take these pills. Speed upgrade, range upgrade, explosive diarrhea, speed upgrade. Explosive diarrhea is actually pretty good because we have the opportunity to explode these kind of pustules and maybe get an HP upgrade or a damage upgrade out of them. Didn't happen, but it was worth a shot. Haven't gone to the secret room yet. Almost forgot. No point in blowing up that guy there. What would he drop? He would drop a steam sail, if anything. Or a quarter, maybe. We don't need that. We don't need a steam sail. We don't need a quarter. Now, I could use Head of Krampus on this fight, but I'm saving it for the boss because that's kind of... I'm kind of just going to use the Head of Krampus as a boss-killing item. Because you produce a lot of flies when you use it. It does synergize with Guppy's... with, well, being Guppy, as long as they didn't change that. And this big dingle is dead. Oh, there's, didn't realize they were running around the room. The boss is going to be this direction. I can almost guarantee it just because there's a second secret room here. The second secret room almost always seems to be in the direction of the boss. And also because this is the farthest room from the spawn room. Temperance is actually pretty good. There is no Yeah, that's why I take Head of Krampus. And we actually have 2 cubes of meat, which is surprising. But yeah, that's why I take Krampus. Now, we do have a Temperance card. I'm going to finish exploring the floor, just because I would love to find a secret donation machine, maybe. But otherwise, we're done with this floor. There's only a couple rooms left, so we might as well just go fight them. And I will save the Temperance card, though, just so that... Well, I guess I'll save it until I find a half-heart lying around. Then I'll use it, because I'd like to get to a half-heart interval and get permanent Polaroid invincibility. There is a heart down here, so I will... I'm not going to play you. We'll come down here just to see what it is. It is a half-heart, so I will play the Blood Bank. That is Celtic Cross, actually, not permanent Polaroid invincibility. So I might as well keep playing it. You know what? Sure. I'll take it. Oh, we actually don't have permanent Polaroid invincibility, do we? We have, what's the card up here? We have, the negative, not the Polaroid. So we're going to go down to the dark room. Empress I'll take with me, why not? Let's get out of here. I'm not going to play you. And I never mentioned this earlier, but when we fought the Ultra Pride and he dropped the left hand, I didn't want to take it because I kind of wanted to keep a hold of the Ace of Spades. Getting a bunch of tarot cards, I think, is a pretty good thing to hold on to. You know, I'll play this. Sure, why not? I guess this is the day of the blood bag. I would have liked to still have gotten to the half-heart interval, though, because with the negative, you do get sort of a Necronomicon effect when you get hit. Instead of the Polaroid having a bit of a invincibility when you get hit at a half-heart. So it is still, you know, strategically viable to get down to a half-heart somehow. But that's obviously not going to happen because we seem to pick up a... We seem to pick up blood bags around every corner. Can't go in there, unfortunately. If only the blood bank didn't pay out as soon as it did. There's a tinted rock here. I will plant a bomb as soon as I have a second. I'll open it. Why not? Tarot card, hopefully pretty good. The sun. I mean, actually, that's a pretty good card to take with us because we do have a lot of red hearts. So I will take it with us, and especially if we are going down to the dark room, having kind of an ace up our sleeve is useful. And actually, we don't need to fight Mom, so why don't we just leave? Yeah, I'll take the devil, I guess. But there's no reason to fight Mom, so let's just go. We need to fight Satan, though. Actually, I don't think you need to fight Satan. I think you can kind of cheese it out a little bit if you can get a bedroom, bomb the carpet, and then take the path down to the next floor. I think you can go to the dark room without even needing to get the negative unlocked, which is kind of cool. Well, I mean, we found the room, but there was nothing in it. And I guess maybe I should have just explored the last room because, or the last floor, because there is still the possibility that we get a secret room that has a secret donation machine in it. Because I would like to donate. I kind of exploded the donation machine a few times on the last run. Did I? Maybe that was on a run I did off camera on my own save file. Can't remember. In any case, we still got a lot to donate for, so we might as well do the donation whenever we can. Out of my way. I hate those guys, but we can fly, so they're a lot easier. Lemon Party is a pretty good pill. But I think the devil's going to be a little bit more worthwhile. Increase our damage, and we're going to be fighting Satan, so having Lemon Party isn't really going to have that much of an effect. And that is the Celtic Cross giving us the invincibility again, not the Polaroid, because we don't have it. And double fall. No, it's single fallen. I expected it to be double fallen because it's a big room, and we keep fighting fallen on small rooms, so it makes sense that a big room would have double fallen, but that's not the case. Just a regular old fallen. He's dead. And I'll go to a couple more rooms to get the Krampus head recharge. Took some dumb damage. There we go. And hey, we picked up the Steam sale. Fantastic. Yes, I'll go to one more room. Why not? Well, the goat head is a fantastic item, but it's near useless this late in the game. Yeah, let's leave. Let's leave, go down to the dark room. After fighting Satan, of course. Use the devil card. Plant a bomb. Fallen is not going to last long. And I'm going to use the Krampus' head on the feet, because the feet are the most annoying part of the fight, I think. Celtic Cross doing good for us there. And yeah, feet are dead. Go into the chest, go down to the dark room. Now we don't get golden chests, but we do get... Ooh, those were enemy spiders. We do get 4 red chests. And there's nothing good in them. There's almost never anything good in those chests, but what you gonna do? Now this Polycephalus is taking a lot less time than the old Polycephalus that we had. Skeleton Key! Oh, that's a fantastic item. And it's an item that I don't think I've had yet. Unfortunately, it's a bad item. That was actually a mistake. I didn't mean to play it. I would like to get down to half-heart interval, though, just so that we get the negative effects, but it's not something that I'm going to really spend too much time focusing on if we don't get it. It's just a... if we can, there it is. Range upgrade, eh. This room is a pain in the ass, because those guys starting in the corners are awful. Now, the Widow is... This isn't the Widow, this is the Wretched, isn't it? Yeah. Wretched's not that bad. Very common enemy in the dark room in the chest. These guys are pretty common as well, but we managed to take him out nicely. And the Mulligan, I don't know if this synergizes with the being Guppy. I hope it does, because that would be fantastic. We would get an incredible amount of flies. But even if it doesn't, that's still an okay pickup, I think. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it synergizes somehow. More bombs. I'm surprised it didn't pay out with an item, because I think red chests after the spawn room only pay out with items. But it must be something with chest generation and not with just chests opening into items, if you know what I mean. 2 of Hearts, I guess that is a good emergency card to have in case we are in a bad situation. This is it. Oh, yeah, I saw it coming. Couldn't do anything about it, though. This is a bad situation because these guys are a pain in the ass. Very difficult. We're not doing the most damage either. We managed to survive, though, which is pretty good. I kind of figured this would be the wrong direction, and I kind of figured this is going to be the wrong direction too, but I don't know. I thought maybe that we'd have a better chance if we go into a small room than a large room. I want to try to avoid the large room if I can. Then, fuck you. Then again, large rooms aren't that bad on the chest, so maybe I should try to go there as soon as I can. You know, because what would you get in a large room? You'd get a bunch of envies. We can handle that. A bunch of wraths. We can handle that. Mega fatties. A bunch of mega fatties. I think we can handle that. Our speed is good enough that I think we can handle Mask of Infamy. Although, yeah, and we actually have big poison bombs, so I think we can just, well, bad hit. Good, 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 good. Poison didn't take him out, but it got him really close. There we go. And there's the boss fight. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I think we have enough health. We have the Head of Krampus, speed down, I don't really care about. 2 of Hearts. I'm going to pop the Head of Krampus just because the Fly Army is going to do such a good job. Okay, okay, careful. Using all the bombs we can, why not? Might as well take out the body, because the head is actually kind of the more annoying part. Pop 2 hearts. We are invincible, so let's get in there and use bombs whenever we can. He is dead. That was a much more harrowing end than I was expecting, but we did manage to defeat the lamb, and we unlocked Pandora's box. Lazarus now has the dark path done, so we still have to do the light path with him and boss rush. So on the next run, I guess we'll just do another random run, and if we pick up Maggie or Isaac, I'll just reroll it. And it's kind of annoying that that does affect your win streak. It would be nice if you could. It would be nice if, when doing random, it doesn't go into the actual run. It just kind of selects the character and then you can go into the run, because then I would just reroll these 2 guys. But I don't care about the win streak right now. That's not the point. The point is to unlock everything. So on the next run, we'll just do a random run. Thank you for watching. Like or subscribe if you so please, and I will see you next time.